Today, we're unpacking how one single moment at a baseball game, one home run ball, snowballed into a massive online debate about sportsmanship, and then, believe it or not, into a story about kindness. All right, let's get right into it. So, let me just ask you this. What is a souvenir ball from a big league game really worth? I mean, is it just the leather and the stitches? Or is it the memory, the story you get to tell for the rest of your life? That's the exact question sitting right at the heart of this whole thing.
Our story kicks off like so many great sports moments do, with a single, incredible play. A moment that was absolutely supposed to be the highlight of the day for one young fan. Okay, so let's set the scene. We're in Miami at Lone Depot Park. It's September 5th, 2025, and the Philadelphia Phillies are playing the Miami Marlins. It's a pretty standard game, moving right along, until we get to the fourth inning. That's when Phillies center fielder Harrison Bader steps up and just crushes it. A solo home run. The ball sails deep into the left field stands, and for every fan sitting in that section, you know what happens next? The race is on. And out of the chaos, a dad manages to snag it. He gets the ball, turns around, and puts it right in his young son's glove. I mean, that's the dream, isn't it? A perfect souvenir, a core memory being made right there. You can just imagine how thrilled that kid was. But yeah, that picture-perfect moment of joy, it didn't last. This is exactly where our story takes a hard left turn, from a happy celebration to a very, very public argument. So as the little boy is just soaking it all in, looking at his new prize, the celebration comes to a grinding halt. Another fan walks up to them, and she is not happy. Not at all. And this is the line, captured on video, that sums up the whole conflict. A woman, also in Phillies gear, confronts the dad and just keeps saying, "That was in my hands." She was absolutely insistent that the ball was hers to begin with.
So let's just break it down step by step. A bunch of fans go for the ball. The father comes up with it, gives it to his kid. But then the woman confronts them, claiming she had it first. The videos show her shouting, and in the end, the father takes the ball from his son and just hands it over to her. In a world before smartphones, this probably would have been the end of it. Just an ugly, uncomfortable moment that happened and was over. But that is not the world we live in. This whole thing was about to go way, way beyond the ballpark. And this is where social media just took the wheel. People filmed the whole argument, the clips hit the internet, and the story just exploded. Suddenly, everybody, and I mean everybody, had an opinion. The debate got so big that it eventually got back to the teams themselves.
Now, this is the part of the story where things could have just ended on a sour note, a bad memory for a kid, but instead, people saw what happened and decided to step in and turn this whole negative situation into something really positive. Let's take a look. The very first people to act were the staff members right there at Miami's Lone Depot Park. They saw what was going down, or at least they saw it blowing up online, and they decided they had to do something for that disappointed kid.
And of course, someone caught this on video too. A Marlins staffer goes up to the boy and his dad with a gift bag, and you can just hear her say, "This is for you. I'm so sorry." It's a simple gesture, but it showed that someone was paying attention and someone cared. But the story doesn't stop there. Not even close. The news of what happened made its way to the Philadelphia Phillies organization, and more specifically to the player who unknowingly started it all, Harrison Bader. So just think about this incredible turnaround. The kid starts the inning with a lost home run ball and a really awful memory. But by the end of the night, he has a gift bag from the stadium, a bat personally signed by Harrison Bader, and he even gets to meet him. He went from having one of the worst fan experiences you can imagine to probably one of the best.
So when we zoom out, what does this whole thing really tell us? Well, it's about a lot more than just a baseball. It's really about how getting the entire internet's attention can completely change the stakes of what started as a private argument.
At the end of the day, a really sour moment was turned around by some amazing acts of kindness. But let's be real, these acts were happening under a huge digital spotlight. The actions of the stadium staff and Harrison Bader totally rewrote the ending to the story, and it proves that when everyone is watching, there's a pretty powerful reason to do the right thing.
And that leaves us with a pretty complicated question, doesn't it? Was this whole thing a genuine outpouring of generosity, or was it a smart response to going viral? And in the end, for that little kid, does the why even matter? It's definitely something to think about the next time a story like this takes over your feed.